Astrea 6-Sided Oracles is a new roguelike from Little Games, launched 21st September 2023. 22nd for those of me in a different time zone. I've tried out the demo before, calling it something I'd prioritize among the many other games out there. Well, now that it's out, it's time for the casual impressions. The options menu is fairly spartan, but the game doesn't have that much you really need to tweak anyway. You have your audio sliders, bare bones graphics presets, the ability to change battle speed up to ultra fast, skipping certain animations, a run timer toggle, controls between mouse and controller or keyboard, and miscellaneous options for screen shake, particle effects, and data collection. Data collection is to send the tab's gameplay data and error logs to assist in game balance and does not include personal identifying information. If you're still concerned, you can turn it off regardless. Text languages available are English, Brazilian Portuguese, simple or traditional Chinese, French, German, Japanese, Korean, Russian, and Spanish. While the ultra battle speed sounds handy for maybe speedrunning and such, it doesn't seem to affect the actual dice roll animations, which, while nice, is probably something you might want to skip when it comes to rushing through. Since I use the mouse, right click is for viewing a dice face. Maybe there could be a toggle for quick use when it comes to area of effect dice. Astrea is mostly in this gorgeous blue, purple and gold trim color palette. It quite reminds me of tarot, as you lay out the cloth and prepare your cards for reading. The dice aside, the blessings you can get look like metal pins you could buy off Etsy, and could totally make for some kick-ass limited edition merchandise if you get my drift. The oracles and the purifying they do are blue, while the corruption is in red. The corruption can morph pretty much anything into terrifying, dangerous entities. If they are sentient beings, they scurry off to the right side of the screen once you help them regain their senses. I do wonder how much being colorblind can affect someone when it comes to playing this game. We can take visual clarity for granted sometimes. Gameplay wise, Astrea has not changed drastically from the demo. You have your dice with all their faces or effects that make up your deck. Safe dice usually don't have the biggest numbers, but you are at least assured you wouldn't roll something that could be devastating, unlike risky dice, which generally have bombastic effects, both good and bad. Mostly bad. With your dice in hand, you proceed from node to node, picking up more dice options, fighting encounters, and what have you. You can have up to 2 sentinels, your support buddies offering more dice to complement your chosen character's playstyle. The HP is pretty low, and don't all get the ability to attack, so they're not the most reliable helpers if they don't have the spread of dice you want. You will need to balance between purifying and corruption, more so if you're picking out risky dice. You can inflict corruption on yourself to activate your spread of virtues, the row of icons above your health bar, but too much and you'd accidentally lose one of your lives. You can't throw all the corruption onto the enemies either. It will heal them and trigger over corruption abilities once they reach a threshold to immediately perform an action you probably would rather avoid. That's not forgetting any potential passive effects they have. The least you can do is hover over the smaller icons and read up on what they do. Once you've cleared a single round with a given oracle, you can start ramping up the difficulty via anomaly levels a la something like Slay the Spire's Ascension. You will want to try out all the characters to level them up to unlock even more things for later runs, as you might expect. One thing I found a little odd was that there wasn't an abandoned run option right now. As it happens, forfeiting a run means you don't get any experience towards leveling up the character. So even if you're in a run you feel is hopeless, you need to keep on going anyway, otherwise you make no progress. I would have thought games like this usually give a nominal amount towards unlocks, but different games, different systems. Well, is it much of a surprise I really like this game following from the demo? It's pretty simple to grasp, though of course it won't prevent me from yelling at unfavorable rerolls. I wanted to work on the review once I managed to complete a run with the character, which happened a little sooner than I thought, so there's certainly more to be had. As it is, I really liked it, so Astrea 6-Sided Oracles is highly recommended.